What's going on, everybody? I'm Bro Draconix, back with an unplanned episode 14 of Scrapyard Engineering. I see that we've already got Viking in the house. What's going on, buddy? Uh, this has been sort of a crazy afternoon, evening. I'm going to go ahead and dump our getting started soon message there. So, this has been a day. uh, I know we were supposed to play Power World tonight. Faye has had some real life issues that came up that had to take precedence. And so rather than put undue stress on her, we simply switched up what we were going to do tonight. I put it up for a vote on the channel, and with literally 100% of the vote, I'm trying to stifle a little bit of a chuckle there. With 100% of the vote, the Scrapyard Engineering option won. So I have been working on both of these games today, both the Scrapyard and the Let's Play, doing the things that I said that I would be working on in between sessions. I promise you I can speak. Now, with that, there is good news. And then there's, I wouldn't say bad news, but maybe funny news. For example, if you look at the pause screen here and you look at my hangar, you'll notice that the top third of my building is missing. So I was working on filling in panels, gonna try to finish up the hangar, make it look sharp, and I look over and I realize that there's an entire row of... Oh, I'm super glad that you can make the stream as well, Juggalos. It's good to see you. So I look over and I see that the row of panels that's now missing is off by like one position. Like literally it instead of matching up and being seamless, it looked like it was like resting on top of. And I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of crazy. No problem. I will simply take these out one at a time and sit here and play with the panels. And then I will put it back in the way that it should be, and life will be good, and my little OCD mind will not lose itself. And I managed to choose the one panel that was holding the entire roof in place without realizing it. And I ground that panel away, and I watched with horror as the entire roof fell in on the hangar. And I'm like, well, that's a thing. So I painstakingly went down and ground all of the pieces back. And yeah, no, it never does work that way. Claying is definitely not my ally, especially in this series. I have literally thought about making an altar to appease Claying in the hopes that he will leave me alone for an episode or two. And yeah, so now that was the not so good side of it. So that was our setback, and I'll tell you in a minute what my thinking is as a result of that incident. However, I do have good news. I'm going to go ahead and I don't think there's a reason to save. I just loaded this. There is a reason to rejoice. Claying absolutely had it out for me during Frostbite. Yes, without a doubt. Ugh, one block. Not done. Jeez. So, the good news, if I didn't just get myself stuck, which I believe... Oh, okay, we're good. The good news is that I got the subgrid script from WIP working on the in-progress rebuild of the buggy. Caveat, it was probably working just fine before. Because it wasn't until I got to the very last rocker of taking down the wheels and the suspensions that I realized that only one rocker actually had the suspensions filled in. I'd filled in the tires as much as I could with all of the large tubes that I had. I had never gone back and filled in the bloody suspensions. But I had already tore it all down, and I'm not super happy with the 2x2 wheels anyway. So I said screw it, and I went ahead and put the 5x5 wheels on. And I was like, please, please let something work the way that it should. And by Joe, it works. Now, I've got to adjust a little bit, but I'm going to wait till we get it built completely before I make all of my adjustments. I currently have all of my rotors set to plus or minus 45 degrees, which I will probably adjust that back some. I have all of the suspension strengths at 100%, and I have all of the offset to their highest setting. But, and let me just kind of run over a couple of these hills here so you can kind of see how this thing works. And if you watch, look at how smooth that is. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to adjust the plus or minus on the rotors. But the front rocker is working just fine. The wheel rockers are working just fine. All of the wheels have power. Whip's script is working 100% as intended, which tells me it is time to get serious about this buggy. So, here is what I am thinking. And since this was sort of an unplanned event tonight, we're just kind of go on this little bit of a journey together. Here's what I'm thinking. And I believe that is the park. Yep, that is the park. I'm thinking about rebuilding, or not rebuilding, but finishing in the front part of the buggy. Why are you rolling backwards? I might need to play with how the parking works. I am using the commands from the script, so I'm sure that is having some effect on things. But we shall see. But I am looking at filling in the buggy, building our crane, building the trailer, filling it in. And I am looking at tearing down all of this, loading up our yeah, Viking, I think you have a point there. I believe you would be entirely correct. But I'm looking at loading up our turbines, loading up all of our stuff, finish grinding this all down, since we're not having a super great amount of luck here nearby, and pick a direction and go. Crane and trailer hitches are what I've always had a trouble with. So I've had troubles with them as well. Being, with full disclosure, I've had good and bad events with them. And I've learned a lot about what you can and cannot do with them. So what I will do is I will take my time as we are building this in hopes that some of my errors will help you with your future builds without claying. I am really not digging this whole wanting to go slowly backwards thing. I'm not. if I have to, I will deploy my little gear to hold this in place. Well, it seems to have... Nope, it's still doing it. Okay, so... let's go to our piston and reverse and on off our mag plate with auto lock on off and switch lock. Turn the auto lock on. I think I've actually set that piston to 0. I did. So why don't we set it to negative... so the parking brake technically does not work with whips because it uses override propulsion to run the wheels. And so he coded in a parking brake that I really don't understand how works. So we're going to play with it, but I would rather hedge on the side of caution. So now that we have that, all right, there we go. Now I don't care what it does. Indeed, and I believe I actually... So his parking brake has something to do with the override propulsion, because I think y'all probably just saw when it lifted up, the wheels were actually spinning a little bit. Ironically, I don't know which state it's in at the moment, so let me try pushing. Okay, we're just going to leave it like this. And yeah, I think we may try to set up an event controller that basically says when I hit that button, it activates his parking brake and puts pistons on the ground. Currently, I only have the one. That's going to change. You can set it up for when you get in the cockpit and out. Oh, really? Can I set it up for only the main cockpit, or does it do it if you get in any cockpit? Because I'm planning on putting a cockpit on the crane. I will give you a moment to answer. Keep in mind as you're chatting here with me tonight, folks, there is like a 10 or 15 second latency between what I'm doing and what you see. And as a result, when you chat and I respond. So please don't think I'm ignoring anybody. It's just taking a moment for it to catch up. Okay. Now we will see about... I think I have an event controller. I can't remember if the... Yep, I've got one right there. I may actually have 2 of them that are currently blocked together. Interesting. All right. Now, I have this buggy back here charging, not because I'm intending to keep the buggy, but just because I wanted the batteries topped off. Especially since it wasn't running with a whole lot of batteries to begin with. I do intend to go ahead and offload what's here onto the platform. We're just going to kind of spread it around. Awesome. And one of the things that we're going to be kind of cleaning up as we're building is we're definitely going to clean up our naming convention. Now, I see that we have a handful of viewers. You guys have seen kind of the base concept behind the buggy. If somebody has a recommendation for a good, you know, dystopian scrapyard, junkyard style name for the buggy, I am down to hear it. But I want to go ahead and get started with the offload over here. We're going to finish tearing all of this down, get all of the parts sorted out. This may actually end up being a 3 like a small train, basically, like 3 carts. I have not, the one thing I have not decided on is and I'm going to have to build an access point. And I don't know if I want to do it as a ramp or if I just want to do it as a ladder. I will work on that part here in a moment. But I am looking at section 1 being like our main vehicle. I believe I'm probably going to put the crane near the end of it. Section 2, actually no, I take that back. The crane's going to go in section 2. Section 2 is going to be all about storage. And section 3 is going to be a mobile grinding trailer. I'm going to make a box that has the grinders in the bottom of it so that the crane can pick up pieces, drop it in. The grinders will grind it up, suck it up, and push it into the inventory. I know that's a lot to aspire to. Have some faith in me. Let's get down to business, shall we? So let's go ahead and put our tools up so we can work on getting all of this stuff released. I'm going to turn off auto lock and switch to lock and pick you up. And I'm just going to go ahead and move you over here because I'm planning on setting up hydrogen storage. I've actually begun to contemplate how I might eventually take this whole buggy off planet. Scary, I know. But I want to see if we can leave with this thing, whether we build a vehicle to carry it or we turn it into a ground and air, like hydrogen based thing. Are you seriously going to fall down like right here? That would be freaking epic. Oh, you are. Heck yeah. Have I ever looked at DAS, aka the driver assistance script? I have not. I have not heard of that one before. Would have no problem investigating it a little bit. Maybe not tonight, because my last time I tried a script brand new on channel, it did not go well. Oh, you're the tumble ball. Yep. Okay. Now let's... Ha 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 ha! On the... Oh! Oh, we got the skeleton helmet! Oh, I've been wanting to get the skeleton helmet! Awesome! You know what? And we got a brew to drink. I like it. I like it, sir. I like it. I will definitely check it out. I will most definitely. So I know that there is a sensor in here. There's the gyroscope. That's going to go back with us. In fact, let me go in here. Control panel. Nothing hidden. Grab all the things. And we're going to start our process here. Turn it over to me. Let's go in here to our gyro. And we're going to go small grid gyro. Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you. Let's see here. Are there 2 gyros? There are 2. Yes. Turn that back on. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. So Control A, small grid, gyro. Okay, and now I say I've already grabbed the container. We don't need to keep it. I'm not worried about the battery. I'm not worried about any of the buttons. I'm not worried about the parachute. So we're just going to grind everything else. So what I want to do real quick is I'm going to open this up and I'm going to yank you out. And then where, I think the other one's straight across. So I'm going to consider tonight something along the lines of like a relaxer stream. Like I have what our upcoming goals are for this save. I'm just going to kind of work on things. We're going to chat and hang out. I'm going to get as far as I can get, but I am not stressing if I don't get to where I want to get to tonight. It's totally okay with me. Let's see. I'm going to take you, put you over here. Yeah, so parachutes are something that I have actually failed with a lot. Not remembering to have them, and ironically, not even remembering to use them. But when I design, putting, I guess you would say, like, A, the appropriate amount, and then B, setting them up for like their own auto deployment in a way that's effective. Um, I've not like gone out of my way to train on that particular thing, but you can imagine where that's a little bit annoying nonetheless. So that might be something that we play with in here too. Now, do I happen to have from that enough to make 2 merge blocks? Well, there's one. And let's pull this away a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna and one small tube short. No! We'll run back and grab a small tube because by completing that merge, I guarantee the timer's not going to blow those up. Hustle, 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 hustle. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Move that spacesuit. Move that spacesuit. Yes, actually, and I didn't even think about it. Well, it's okay. I'm already here. Let's just grab the tube because it's not like we're... See, with the weld pads, you actually lose those components. Whereas with the merge blocks, you can grind them back. Hustle, hustle. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, there they are. That would have been really stupid of me if I lost it, wouldn't it? All right. Let's get it. I agree with you on the fact, and I use those pads a lot, actually, when I remember that I have them. Now the question is, will you do this without a battery? And I don't... Oh, you do! Ooh. Oh, you heavy. Come on. The wheel you never knew you needed. It's a gyre wheel. Or I tried to make a joke. It failed. Just ignore. Ooh. Come on now. That's alright. You can bump into me. Will you let me pick you up above my head? Nope. But you will let me, like, fling you down the way. Oh, I could yeet. Oh, nope, it won't let me eat it. Agreed. That's kind of what we're going to be doing with this. Oh, so the remaining batteries on the trailer that we brought back, I got them claimed. I used the split the grid technique, which turned them from being claimed by, I think it's Haircut, is the guy that Splitsy created for all of this. Turned them from Haircut to nobody, and then I just switched them to me. Come on, you're almost home. Nice. Nice. Ha 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 ha. Big guy. That's one we're gonna have to figure out. I'm thinking that he may get the rotor conversion trick. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that just yet. I need to see that. Haven't heard of that before. Which that haven't you heard of? Because I've mentioned several things in the last couple of minutes, and I'm probably lost. Auto lock and switch lock. Never mind the chilling whispers in the background. That was somebody bringing me food so that I will continue to survive. Okay. Okay, so I may have to demonstrate this in the field, but like these batteries were originally incomplete, but they were still owned by somebody. Um, I the whole of the trailer was also owned by somebody because at some point it was powered. If you split the grid, separating a chunk of it away from its original power source. So like in this particular case, I literally just cut between the batteries. I just cut it in chunks. I don't know if it's an every time or if it's a like a random number generation, but you have a chance for the like the incomplete battery, everything that's incomplete in the section that you separate, to go from being owned by the original grid to being owned by nobody, because it's technically now its own separate grid. It basically gets generated with a whole new grid number. And so it will, I would say that it has worked for me like at least 85 to 90% of the time. And I want to say that most of the time that it hasn't, it's because it had something to do with like where batteries were at or how much of it I split, things like that. So when I do it now, I try to cut in very small portions. I try to already have a control pad on it that belongs to me, which I don't know if that has anything to do with how it works or not. I've watched Splitsy do it in his Scrapyard. No, not in his Scrapyard series. I watched Splitsy do it on his Agris at War that he did with Shadow. Shadow alerted him to the trick, if I remember correctly. That's been a little bit ago, but definitely worth investigating. But anyways, as a result, we have these two batteries to power one, if not both, of the other vehicles. I have two batteries up there for powering the main vehicle. I have this battery back here for powering whatever. And I think there's a couple of other, yeah, there's some other small ones that are still worked in yet. But yeah. definitely a good place to work from. Okay, so let's turn off the auto lock and switch the lock. And grab you. Were you familiar with the fact that you can yeet things using this improvised engineering mod? It is the funniest thing in the world. Let me see if yeah, I've got okay, 7. Now I have to remember how to do it. But I want to say that it's holding Y. No. It's one of the buttons. Which one is it? Let me... Both mouse buttons. That's what it was. So for those of you who haven't seen this, this is the greatest thing in the world. And it's out of here. Oh, the day that Splitsy learned about that, I think it was a battery. It was either a small or possibly one of the medium batteries, and he accidentally yeeted it against the wall of his hangar. And then he stops and he makes a block and he eats it and he just watches it like fly way out of sight, and he's like, "What in the world?" That is definitely the yeet button. Yeah, no, I thought you might find get a kick out of that. All right, so while I'm thinking about it, let's reconnect our grid back up here because something else. There we go. All right, so let's finish getting this trailer unloaded and start getting it tore down. I think this is still attached. Nope. It looks like it's on a pad 2. No.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
All right. I don't know that I'm going to be able to move this. Oh, I am. Not great, mind you. Which makes sense. Like, I'm glad that there's limitations to this. I'm not glad at this particular second that there's limitations to it, but I am glad that there's... Yeah, I say as I try to, like, get this thing off the trailer and someplace safe. We're going to need the crane, I think. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. It's off the trailer. I think that we came out of this with 4 thrusters. It's either 3 or 4 small thrusters for everything that went completely south on this. Auto lock off, switch lock, auto lock off, switch lock, auto lock off, switch lock. Okay. So I'm holding out hope for a new airborne vehicle that will dock on one of the 3 vehicles. I am not going to be using... I might... Well, no, because Whip's subgrid doesn't do vector thrust. I don't know that I'm going to mess around with vector thrust again in this particular series, simply because it got too expensive too quick. We lost like 3 thrusters in 2 sessions. And for something that I am hoping will occasionally pop up, that's just not going to work. I don't need to go after that signal, other than every time one of those signals hits the ground is an RNG to get another medium container or another thruster. So I will leave it to you, chat. Do I jump in the buggy and go get the unknown signal, or do we just keep working?
Inventory full.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Go, go, go. I'm down with you. If anybody else has something they want to put in on it, speak now or forever hold your peace. Go for it. All right, let's do it. I will come back and deal with these in a minute. And so get rid of the tool, disconnect from the... right. Okay, so turn off the auto lock, turn off the lock, reverse and lift. Nice. I'm thinking I can set those rotors to like maybe plus or minus 30. We'll watch it as we're driving and see how we do. It appears to be, in my opinion, pretty stable. Oh, and we're going to have a chance to test it on a hill here in a moment. Nice. Oh yeah, flowing like water. Let's see how she does going down. Give it a little yoint. Give it a... Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I think 45 degrees is too much play. Yeah, I agree with you, Viking. Definitely could have used this on the Harbinger. It would have made life a lot better. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of pull up right. Uh, well, even if it rolls a little bit, it won't get too far away. Also works with thrusters to help with hill descent and everything else, even trailers, I believe. Okay, yeah, we may have to. So does it require like setting it up, or like is it a plug and play type script? That's one of the things I like about whips, is that it's plug and play. Dang, we're getting lucky with the beer tonight. The truck is so excited it's trying to leave without me. Because I think I have enough programming blocks that I could go ahead and add another one on. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It all blow up? I mean, if it's going to happen, it'll happen to me. I'm on first name handshaking basis with Clang. He comes to visit like he's an old cousin, that uncle that you never want to see again. Pretty much plug and play. You have to set up your hotbar and name your wheels in a group. I think the wheels may already be named in a group. If they're not, we're going to be doing that anyway. Okay, yeah, we may, I may see about doing that. All right, so brakes are off. Let's not get distracted. I know I am so tempted to just like branch out just a little bit, but we've got plenty of components to deal with. We've still got to go back to that airplane too from last episode. Fuzzle must collect them all. You know what? That's 2 games this week that I've been playing must collect it all. Oh, God, that runs so smooth. I can't really take credit for the idea. This is like a mispodge of like 4 different concepts that I've seen. And I just kind of prayed that it didn't blow up when I tried to drive it. But I will admit, my heart was broken when I went to go try to use it the other night, and it was like the grid that I was like, what was the point? Like it's supposed to be plug and play, it's supposed to be no problem, and then nothing. And then I'm sitting there working in between sessions, and it's like I'm going to grind the wheels off, and I look over, and it's like all of the suspensions are literally like one plate, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. And yeah, that's when I was like, oh, let's try this. And oh, hey, it works. I'm thinking I can set those rotors. Let me. I'm going to take. I think I'm going to leave the front balance on the 45-45, but I'm going to set these tracks to -30 +30 because I think that will be more than enough play. And I think that it's enough ground that if it's not enough play, it's not going to get us in trouble. I keep parking further and further away from the base. I'm hoping that's not a sign. Come on. Cable placement. Will it reach? I don't think it's going to. Oh, it will. All right. So let's finish getting everything off of here. Okay, so are there any magnetic plates? Yes, there are a bunch of magnetic plates. Okay, so turn off their auto lock and unlock it all. There we go. Now we can just sit here and unlock it, just sit here and get it all put away. I've got plenty of gyros to work with. Is that? Oh, it is. It's part of the actual grid. Okay, well. Now let's find out, because I think this one is almost fully loaded. I love these barrels. Oh my god, I love these barrels. Well, might not love it as much if I can't. Well, it's fine. Has navigation, cruise control, hill descent, thruster control, gyro anti-flip. Yeah, okay. You've convinced me. When we go to get the cockpit set up, we'll throw on a programming block and make it happen. Yeah, there's no way I'll be able to. You know what? Let me get that interior light. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Oh well, it was worth a try. Let me come over here. You know what? For the moment, I'm just gonna dump everything in here. Oh, till I ran out of space. But plenty of space in here yet. Okay. You don't work in car sales, do you? That was a joke. Please laugh. Like, don't get mad at me. I'm just saying you're doing a really good job of selling me on it, but now that I'm sold on it, you don't have to convince me any further. I'm down to try. We got some organic along the way. I bet you from grinding the grass where the ice was. Yeah, I think the crane is going to be in the second grid as well as storage. Where are my good tools at? Oh my god. Give me my good tools back. That one, and that one, I think is what I had. Yep. All right. All right. That was great. Okay. So you're out of here, so detach you. Oh, the event controller that you set up for parking will only pay attention to the main one, and another, but on DAS it has semi or auto parking brake, or you can turn it off. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm down for it because I want this thing to have its best chance. And like I said, I think you've got me hooked on the idea of giving it a try. So I don't know if anybody who's watching got to see last night's stream. Me and Viking and Brinchy were finishing up the Frostbite scenario, but we managed to hammer the grabbing of the containers so well and so hard that we killed all of the incoming bad guys before they got to the containers, and so they weren't able to run away with them before killing us. I call that like the super win. I'm still riding that high, and it's been like 24 hours. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Well, my hitches are kind of complicated. You'll see. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, this hitch was just like an emergency hitch right here. And all I did with this one was just two hinges for control and rotor for rotation and turned it all off. Oh yeah, I guess it was about 2 o'clock in the morning when we got it done, wasn't it? All right, so Oh, I forgot to get the light off of that one. Oh well, that's fine. It'll survive. Okay, so now for the front part of this vehicle. My little hydrogen. Oh yeah, that's right. I actually attached that. But that's hilarious. So we got our one hydrogen thruster that we found last night. And auto lock off. Switch lock. And then... And yeah, we do have a programming block. Oh, no, 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 you. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. Nay, nay, nay. I don't know why. Oh, it's because I didn't lock it. Whoa. What the... I bet you it's because we're hooked up to the base because it registers left and right of the cockpit. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Now let's watch this thing again. Okay. So... Oh, let's turn on the auto lock. There it is. Now she's not going anywhere. And DAS is actually the script, I believe, it gives Scrapyard now. Oh, really? So it's built in. I'm wondering if those wheels are in free roll. Nope. Because I can stop them. Okay, so I'm not losing energy while it's doing that. Okay. And yes, I just ran up and stuck my face in a tire to see if it would stop rolling. Don't shoot me. Okay. I can go up there and sleep here in a few. Where do you think you're... What is it with vehicles? And oh, they're connected to the grid and I hit the parking buttons. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I got things playing the fool tonight. Okay. So, did we ever finish emptying this? Yes, we did. Okay, so we can take that one off. Yeah, so he loves Park, and I do too. I actually was using it for the start of my crane, uh, like episode 5 or 6, whatever, that we got the first chunk of the crane put together, and instantly fell in love with that script, like without even a second glance. No worries on it. That man knows so much about scripts and different scripts that are good to use and whatnot. He dances circles around all of us. Okay. Or is that... Oh, it's because it was already detached. My bad. The junk man cometh. I made that reference in the last, in my last uh, Scrapyard episode. Anybody know what the reference is from? I don't have any cool prizes or anything. I'm just interested in seeing who knows what. Yeah, yeah. I I got into space engineers on my own, but watching him play Survival Impossible and Scrapyard and whatnot is what made me. It's driving my desire to become better at the game. I've got over 2,500 hours in Space Engineers. And it's only been in the last couple of months that I've made my first drone, that I've played with vector thrust, that I've started using scripts. 2,500 hours that I've been making my life difficult because I basically was afraid to get into it. And there are things that are going on now in my life that I can't discuss, but there are some additional things that make this even more difficult for me, and I am literally using this to push my brain. Like the whole reason that I have become so re-obsessed with Space Engineers to where I'm playing it every day for several hours is to force my mind to conceptualize, work out a solution, do something about it. The reference was The Junk Man Cometh. Almost makes me think we need to get together and try playing the game a little bit there. Nope, didn't get the reference. And nobody else mentioned it, so the Junk Man Cometh is actually a accessory book for Deadlands Hell on Earth, the Wasted West. The It's kind of like, think of like a D&D artificer but in this world. Do I have anything in that cockpit? I do not. Okay, so I can go ahead and grind the cockpit off. Think for the moment I am going to just go ahead and leave. So it is a tabletop role-playing game developed by Shane Hensley of Pinnacle Entertainment. Used to have my favorite dice system, but when the one die to rule them all thing came out, unfortunately Shane gave into the pressure and converted it to D20. But uh, hands down, one of my most favorite tabletop role playing games. These barrels can actually be ground back because I can make as many of them as I want. So I'm going to just go ahead and make life.
Inventory full. Inventory
Oh,
full.
I'm just going to go ahead and load the stuff for the moment. No, Viking, you are not a noob. The original Magic the Gathering, yes. I actually got out of Magic the Gathering during alliances. Cool, like one of my little, like, I guess you could call it like a claim to fame is the two guys that developed Magic the Gathering back when they were trying to get it promoted went on a tour around the country, and they would set up at like local malls and like local gaming stores to demonstrate the game. And I actually got to meet them at Four Seasons Mall, and they sat down with me. At that time, they were waiting on, I believe it was the Alpha Decks to return from the printers. The version of the game they actually taught me on, and a half a dozen other kids at that point, was literally poker cards with stickers of the original alpha cards, just to drive up interest. And they did such a strong job of it with me that when alphas came out, I think I probably got, I would say, $500 worth. Like I was waiting at my favorite local gaming store. I bought like two cases, not cases, excuse me. Well, two of the boxes of decks and two of the boxes of boosters. I'm just gonna leave this over here since it's charged. Everything's staying charged up and whatnot. Recharge my energy real quick. Okay, so we've got that all cleaned up. Aside from getting these blocks out from underneath this behemoth. So I feel like we are pretty safe to work on entering the design phase. Now, what I'm trying to decide is do I want to clear the deck and pull this into the hangar so that I'm closer to all of my parts? Yeah. I mean, the reality of it is yeah, I do. It's a stupid question. I didn't even need to ask it. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to move this. No. Is it at least topped off with components? Yes, it is. Okay, I think that we're all safe. I'm just going to have to pay super close attention as I start. And we're going to change this almost immediately. Uh, yep. As a matter of fact, you are exactly correct, man. They were it was all over Dragon Con like white on rice on a paper plate in a snowstorm, piled a foot high with powdered sugar. So I got one more battery over here to drag through. Pogs, oh my god. Oh lordy, you said Pogs. Let me run up here and sleep real quick. Okay, so once I top off on sleep and we pull this thing into the garage, we can't go after any more signals because we're going to be in design mode. So unless they happen to fall within, I'll say like 1.5 clicks, I'll run on foot up to 1.5 clicks to go get them. All right, let's do this. Okay, so turn off the auto lock, turn off the lock. Yeah, definitely want to change that. And then, oh, I need to kill the connection because the wheels aren't going to steal right. Ooh. Yeah, mule. Yeah. Easy boy. I don't know that we're going to be able to do it this way because the freaking garage isn't big enough. Oh no, if you were in fourth grade for Pogs, you're definitely not the oldest in this channel. Viking and I got you by a chunk. All right. So I'm tempted to cut out the ramps and cut out the blocks in the middle and just pull through. Man, she is so responsive. I got you. All right, let's hook this connection up. Let's go get rid of that stupid piston. Okay. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to put the pistons here. And put one by, oh, no, 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 not with, okay, so I would remove that panel and put one there, put one here, and put one here. But part of me also wants to do some sort of like hinged arm that reaches out to the ground. I will think on that system for just a moment. All right, so let's go into development mode. What I am thinking So we're going to do storage and crane in the middle. This is going to be like the living part of the truck. And then the grinding trailer at the back. That way the crane has access to all of it. So I am thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Three rotor. Plan for uncertainties. So, don't need wheels for the moment. If I'm gonna do that, I'm probably gonna need to set it into yeah, that's also kind of what I'm doing. Make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got that right. If I do my job right. Yep. Just like that. Okay. And then 4 forward. And then why are you giving me issues? Oh, come on. I've already made that jump once. Okay, so we want like that. Dagnammit, that was the wrong way. There it goes. Yeah, you're gonna spin. Okay, so let's get that. And working in reverse order. Okay. Hitch. Oh, we never did get a vehicle name. Did anybody ever suggest one? Did I miss it? Viking, can you go back and check? No, I don't want to respawn. Mm, it seems kind of beefy for Scrappy. I mean, if that's the only suggestion we get, then that's what we'll go with. The Yeet Cannon 4000. Oh, God. Good evening, Cedric. And just started a new Scrapyard playthrough myself, upgrading my spawn rover wheelbase at the moment. Ah, welcome back to the junkyard, sir. Uh, okay. Hmm. Scrapper has a possibility. I like the yeet part of things too. Uh, Let me think on that for just a moment. It looks like the storm was kind enough to blow this one close to us. Could also go with like Lockjaw, with the whole Rust theme of everything. Could call it the Scrap and Yeet. I just scared the bloody fool out of myself. I saw the little blue marks bubbling and was trying to figure out what enemy was coming for me. It's my own frickin' GPS points. Oh, I must be tired. Hang on real quick. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. There we go. The scrapping yeet. Here. Yeah, that was like it was a good session though. Definitely worth it. Come on. Ah. Oh, no, hey, stop. No getting. Give me just a second to get back over to the base from collecting this little uh, signal, and I shall show you. It is currently in its design phase, so don't think that you're coming back to see like a finished monster that I'm about to unleash on the world. I'm not that cool. Yeah, I lost a couple of. Don't feel bad. So do I. Let's see. There we go. All right. Let's see here. By the way, just in case anybody's wondering, if you have like subscribed to the channel or anything, I have no clue and won't know until after the broadcast because I have not. I've got to go through and figure out how to set all of that back up. Um, I used to use it the last time that I did any kind of streaming, and that was prior to events that happened to me, and my memory is not so great. So, again, I'm not ignoring anybody. I just don't happen to know yet. Though I was thinking about doing like setting up an LCD panel in the base that shows like I don't know, like the most recent 10 subscribers and like uh updated after every session. I was thinking about doing that. I used to do a monument tower when I played Minecraft and whatnot. I would actually everybody got a sign. That got difficult after I hit like 200 or 300 people though. At least I got back in time for the storm to go away. That makes life a little bit easier. All right, Cedric. So, like I said, it is in the design phase right now, but it is this behemoth thing with modified subscription. Who was my first subscriber? Good question. I don't know if it will show me. Oh, it's that simple? Okay, so go to here, go to here, go to so the very first person to subscribe to my YouTube channel is a gentleman that I know by the name of Doug. He was actually my physical therapist right after I was injured. Um, Actually, I may be wrong on that. Hang on a second, because I just saw that there's a different way to look at this. Date subscribed. Oh, oh, go back. Nope, I take that back. Viking, you were actually the very first person to subscribe to my channel. Followed by Air Force Kitty and Katala. Interesting. You've been around in my life there for a minute, buddy. We seriously gonna get another storm like right now? Scrap mantis. Ooh. Wow. Okay. The scrap mantis. Viking. uh, so I don't have the ability to set up a poll at the moment. I'm going to. I just realized that I am not. Hang on a second. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Now it's live chat. Okay. So we have. Looks like Scrapper, Yeet Scrapper, Yeet Cannon 4000, and Scrap Mantis. So which is funny because I think that's one for each of you. uh, I guess discuss. See who all is. Oh, that's not going to do any good because I'm connected to the base. So, trying to think of a way to like vote on it. I mean, I guess I could set up a poll over on the channel itself, but that's taking away from like playtime. And I'm all about my playtime right now. Let's see, the upper, or excuse me. You should stay at 90. And you should go to 90. Do 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 do. All right. Well, true, and I could once I come up with the tag, I can just add the tag to the front of everything because I do want to start getting stuff named. I don't want to get behind on that. So yeah, I like that. We'll do it that way. I will put up a poll after it's done. We'll leave it up for a couple days. Oh no, don't do that. That's twice I've almost done that tonight. Okay, open chat, delete. This will be main hitch front rotor. And yes. Okay. And main hitch, front hinge. Did I spell that right? Yeah, H-I-N-G-E. Oh. All right. Now, coming off of here, so glad that I have weather turned off because I'd be so dead. We need to put another okay. And this will be main hitch pivot. And for the moment, we're just going to turn the rotor lock on. Okay, now, so we have our left and right, we have our lock and heading back, we have our shoulder roll. Now we need a little bit of space. One, two, three, six. I promise there is a method to my madness. Need steel plates. How far out is that one? Nope, not going after that one. And we're going to need temporary block to get up on because we need that one completed because we need it powered to lock it out at 0. Ooh, bounced right off the trailer. Good job, good job. Viking things coming along good for you tonight? Hopefully I'm at least keeping you entertained. Okay. So main hitch this will be the balance. Nice, nice. Okay, now hinge lock on, and it's locked at 0, so I'm good there. That'll take care of that. Okay, so we can nix that. Okay, now the thing that we need to check. Did I do that back far enough? Okay, so turn off the rotor lock. Oops, that's going to be negative 90. Yep, that'll do exactly what I need it to do.
Energy low.
Well, since I happen to be right here, we'll fix that. Actually, thinking about it, Juggalos, I'm thinking what I will do on that script is the small buggy that I have on my long-term Let's Play series, which is also sort of like my R&D type series. We'll put it on that vehicle and I'll learn the script over there and then come back and apply what I've learned over here. What do you think of that? Okay. Please tell me I got that right. Yes, I did. Okay. So now that we've come out this far, we need to go back to our conveyors. 1, 2, 3. And then all right. 7, and again. Very glad I don't have to deal with all scrap on this one. Ooh, I came up shy. I'm hoping I'm not out of large steel tubes already. Oh, okay. So I'm sure at some point in here somebody is going, why in the world is this crazy fool worried about piping all of this? And I'm just simply going to point out, if you guys remember, I mentioned we will be trying to take this thing off planet with us, and so I am already planning for having to route hydrogen through the whole vehicle. Gotcha. I'm clear on that, sir. Alright, so this should... Why, sir, are you not? It's on. Have I not finished it up? Nope, I had not finished it up. Okay. If I did my job correct, that should, oh, that should mirror. Yes, okay. That does mirror. 90 on this side facing back, negative 90 on that side facing this way. So we're good. Okay. And so I believe I called it. Did I call it the lock? Main hitch front to, oh no, that's going to be main hitch rear hinge. Oop. And main hitch rear hinge. Okay. So the trick becomes, because I don't think I can actually attach a, nope, I can't. Oh, Clang, be merciful, please. Need more steel plates. I'm hoping not. I'm seriously hoping not. Okay. Rotor. Okay. I'm sure everybody can tell what's going on. And why I might be just a little bit worried. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? I can't see it. fine. I will create a little freaking ledge. As I lose the ability to talk, apparently as my voice starts to croak. All right. Oh my. Okay. Please be good to me. Please be good to me. Please be good to me. Oh, crud. I'm going to have to push it up slightly. Is that what's going on? If I pushed out far enough that it's... I think that's what's going on. Okay, so we're going to take this nice and slow. Not going to do anything crazy. Okay, we're going to do a lot of shit crazy, but we're not going to... That's exactly what it is the weight. Okay. Why is it not attaching? Have I not finished it? No, it's finished. It's on. Oh. Oh. I see what's going on. I'm an idiot. And so what I've got to do is... I need to there. Okay, now I can, okay. Okay, 8. Is that still in the way? Okay. Eight. Okay, so what we've got to do is, everybody see what my screw up was? Seven. Crud. I didn't put the conveyor block in. I was off by a full small grid block as a result, and that's why I couldn't get the hinge to lock. If you're going to mirror something, you got to mirror it exactly. Okay, 4. Advanced rotor 3x3.
Energy low.
Okay. So we're at 9.2. Okay. And I set the wrong side. It's okay. It's okay. I just need to get the RPMs to 0 and lock. That's it. We're locked in. Turn on the rotor lock. We'll come back and name it here in just a second. And now we have the basis of our second cart. That one's just a click out, so we'll run out to it. I should do that after I charge up. I'm so happy that that did not go sideways. Because I was really worried that it was going to. Alright, so let's run out here. Cross your fingers for either a thruster or a container. I'll take either one. Oh. Goodness. Well, it was like 1.2 clicks, wasn't it? I'm hoping for a container, but if I get a thruster, I believe that will give me 4 cardinals and then the big thruster to mount for up. I don't have to have one for down yet. But that would definitely allow us to create an airborne vehicle. Which I could dock on the first vehicle. Since we moved the crane to the middle with storage, then the air dock could be on the first vehicle. Use F. Nope, no such luck. But I got fluids. Not going to complain. What were you wanting me to use F for? I'm sorry. I missed something. Woohoo, leopard suit. Pitchy like helicopters if you don't have the 4th cardinal. That's what I'm saying. If I got a 4th thruster, then I would have the 4 cardinals and then the big thruster to give me up. Oh dear, you watch YouTube the way that I do. I do the same thing. I'll sit there and be watching on my TV and either typing on my phone or my tablet. Totally get your pain, my friend. Totally get your pain. Oh. Oh. I think the temperature is about to pitch down tomorrow. It makes me kind of sad. See, that's why I was trying to use the vector thrust script. Is originally I only had 3 thrusters. I had 3 of the small grid thrusters, so I set up vector thrust with 1 on left and right to give me forward and backward, and 1 perpendicular on the back to give me left and right, and they all could work for up and down. But it seems like every time I got in the air, I would get a little ways up the road, and they would start spinning. Yeah. And then when I actually had 4 thrusters, I had it on vector thrust, and it did it even worse. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not looking to use vector thrust anymore. I want to. I think it looks cool. I think it flies cool. But obviously, I'm doing something wrong in the script. Do 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 do. I wish that Whiplash would come out with a vector thrust script. He's got subgrid script under control already. I wish that he would take a look at Vector Thrust OS and Vector Thrust 2 and come out with a Vector Thrust script that is more solid. But if wishes were horses and all that rot, you know. Interesting. Let's see here. Let me get 100 of each of those. Should be enough to keep me going for 30 seconds. Okay, so I need to... And... Oh, no, I don't want... God blast. Open chat. Delete main hitch rear rotor. Okay, so now here comes an interesting question. We have the shouldered one on the front and then the hips on the rear. For the middle, should I do 4 hips? Should I do 2 shoulders? Or should I do just solid suspension? Actually, I was sending you a few links. Oh, fair enough. I appreciate it. May take me a little bit to go through all of them, just to be fair. Do 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 do. That's odd. Oh, that's why. Because I hadn't changed my shape back yet. So you would do solid for the middle. I'll give everybody a chance to... Not disagreeing with you in the least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 5. We'll give everybody a chance to weigh in. Currently, it looks like we're looking at... too busy at the moment to play. Okay, fair enough. Cedric, are you still here? Do you want to weigh in? Oh. I'm going to be welding forever. Oh, okay. So Cedric, the way in at the moment is I'm working on starting to frame out the middle part of this vehicle monster that I'm doing. Um, I think that you can probably see I've got the way that I did the front one is I have shoulders with I have basically neck and shoulders here so that I can kind of smooth over the top of hills. And then I've got hips back here. So same joints as the front, just without the rotation. So looking at this middle vehicle, do I do shoulder and hips again? Do I do 4 hips or do I do 2 shoulders and hips? Or do I do solid suspension? Which I think Juggalos is suggesting solid suspension at the moment. We're going to need, this one's going to be kind of big because we got to get a lot on this one. Need more steel plates. Since I got to tear it down anyway, I might as well just put them straight to use. Fair. So let me give my let me play devil's advocate for just a moment on the on this. I kind of like where you're coming from on the solid suspension, other than that means that there are things that the front vehicle could roll over that the middle vehicle would not be able to roll over. So my devil's advocate point of argument would be to do 4 hips, but to restrict the rotors to like 15 degrees play. So basically it's solid, but there's just enough play there that we don't get hung up on things in the middle that the front and the back wouldn't get hung up on. What do you think about that? I'm making people think tonight. You like that idea? Okay. All right. So on this, we came in 3, formed out 3, and of course I trimmed that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to come underneath and go 1, 2, 3. And then I need to get it's half slope inverted armor. Yep, that's the one. And we will put it, because I think we're done with rotors for just the moment. And then 7. Of course, I just took rotors off the bar and immediately needed it again. Advanced rotor 3x3. Zeros at the top. Woo! That's hilarious. Okay, so... Well, if you ever wondered how heavy rotors were, I guess you just found out. So let's put... temporary piston right here. Okay. Let me turn the block off. There we go. Agreed. And that's a very sound theory. The biggest thing that I look at is that these have more components and thus technically have more HP in the event of an impact. Or, you know, clang. Because we all know clang. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to hit the ground... Do 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 do. Like when I can nest it behind armor, I'll use small grid all day. Like the small piping all day. But when it's gonna be even remotely exposed, yeah, I try to use the large grid just for the health of it. Come on, give us a uh, thruster container. I don't care which. Do 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 do. Get back. We're gonna have to drink some water, so we don't die of thirst. Anybody watch the painful episode where we had to make it back to all of our food and fluid supplies, where I died like, I don't know, 15 times from dehydration? That's why I have like a bajillion freaking sets of tools, because I kept respawning with them. When I was putting this series together, I never once thought about the fact that it would be so dang hard to get the components to get the farming part of Eat, Drink, Sleep, Repeat online. What did it? What did it? Is it? Is it? No, it's not. Denied. Boo.
Energy low.
Yeah, but not so that we can't deal with this. Agreed. What's up, Dragon Man? How you doing, buddy? You have a strong point on, crashes happen. Um, that's part of the reason I'm looking at doing this grinding cart on the backside is wherever we find stuff, take it all. Take the components, load them up where we can load them up, grind everything else, and just have a plethora of parts on standby, especially until we find a new base. You have a good point though. Like, I'm all good, thanks. Wondering why you got 3 more bars than usual. Three. Oh, so one of the mods that I have on this is called Eat, Sleep, Drink, Repeat. Um, yes, it's from a mod. It basically adds survival to an already difficult game because I like the pain. uh, all right. So let's come down here. One steel tube, really. I'm not surprised by that fact. I mean, so I know that Splitsy did like a couple of development streams where like he was working on making stuff for this. I actually went out of my way not to watch them because I was enjoying the surprise of the of finding it in the wild, so to speak. But I'm not surprised that he used one from Wrong Way Up at all. Like I would. I mean, honestly, if I was going to do a mod like this, like every build that I've ever made would probably be represented somehow, just for the diversity of it. Oh, wrong one. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, that was almost bad. Might still be bad if we don't get it under control. And then let's go ahead and turn that block off just to be on the safe side. Gotcha, gotcha. So one in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4 off of each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one more past that. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Energy critical.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then all of those. Yep, we're good there. And I can already see we're going to have to lift it up a little bit higher. So I'm going to turn it on. I mean, I would just take some damage. Definitely not new to taking damage. Do need to eat some chips. Do I have any on me? Nope. I'm going to have to go over here and mess around in my boxes and find what I've got. I got plenty of them though. Eat a whole can of Pringles, you know, because that's the greatest diet when you're, strung out and stranded on a planet all by your freaking lonesome, except for robots. Okay, so, and then me go ahead and get my wheels back out. That's going to be the right side. That's going to be the left side. Number 9. And we are going to go to off-road, short suspension. Come in by 1. Really? Ooh, hello. And then do that again. Boy, they like to be like right up in your face with those tires when they get a chance. Okay. And we're going to come across. G inverted the half slope light armor. Not using merge blocks for the moment, so we'll put it right there. And then 4. At 0. Do 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 do. Okay. 7 in the center, down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down 1. Out 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time number 8. Off-road short wheel suspension. 5x5 left. And flip you over. Back up a little bit. There we go. Two, 3, 4. Y'all think I'm a stranger to the idea that you're just waiting for something to go absolutely sideways? I know that's what you're here for. You're not here for the cool designs or the nifty engineering. You're here for when things go boom. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Guess I should just dump all these components since obviously they're not working towards the wheels at the moment. That's not a good sign. Still not a good sign. Am I seriously out of large steel tubes? All right, Viking. Thank you for hanging out, buddy. I'll catch up with you soon. Yep. I've ground down all my wheels. Don't think I have anything over here. Do I have anything in these? I don't think I even have the large steel tube one out. I'm not even sure that they made a large steel tube one of this. Hoy. Well, that does present a problem. What do I have in the chargers? Nope. I can get 2 from there. I could get 1 each from those. It's not going to be enough though. Okay, so we need to look and see where all of our credits are. Any other credits in this box? I do not see them. Credits in this box. I do not see them. Got a couple of credits in that box. So I could cut a few of these back off to help set out the weight. Set the rotors and pull this and go drive to the trade station that is 7 clicks away and buy large steel tubes. And doing so, I could take, trying to think what I saw that they were buying lots of. Keep the reactor components, but I could take like detector components and see if they sell for anything decent, or radio components, because I have plenty of them that I'm not going to use. What do you guys think? Think we should take 1.5 trucks out for a test ride? Alright, so let's take a little bit off of the back here. Kind of why I hadn't started filling it all in yet. Like if I had the tracks on and it was the third buggy, I'd actually probably just pop the rotor and just drive up there with the front truck. But since this one's not ready to be separated yet, I'm not going to risk that. Okay. We're going to turn the auto lock off. And switch lock. Turn the piston on. Okay. So let's go to here, open chat, -15. Woo! -15. Enter. Nope, I did it again. To 15. Okay. I'll fix the we can at least get the suspensions filled all the way in so that it's just the tires that we're having issues with. And I'll set those suspensions when we get to the cab, because I need to take a few moments to sit here and make sure that I've got all of this set up correctly. Okay. We're going to be turning this one off. Turning off the rotor lock. And then we're going to go Negative 45 for now to 45. Okay. You will stay exactly as that. You've been given your marching orders. Ah! Come on. Okay. So negative 90 to positive 90. Also turned off. Hinge lock on. 90, 90. And we will leave that one on. Okay. So we now need to hop in here. We're going to pull up the wheels. And we are going to kind of go through, we're just going to touch all of the wheels at the same time. So we're going to go 60. We're going to go 100% on strength. Maximum height offset. 75% on friction. All right. We're going to wait until the storm is over. But while the storm is raging on, I'm going to run out here real quick and grab this just in case. You never can tell. I mean, we might get lucky. This might be the thruster. This might be the container. It might be teleport home. Probably not that one, but it's worth trying. Oh. Ah, yes, a grand adventure, exactly. And me constantly running across the landscape. I don't know what it is about this game. It's all about rovers and flying vehicles and space vehicles and whatnot, and yet it seems like every single episode I must run at least 5 kilometers. You know, if they were to take the metabolic system from Scum and apply it to this game, like my character would be ripped. Carrying stuff around, I'm running 5 clicks every day. I mean, come on. So I'm beginning to think we might not get there before it blows up. Nah, I think we'll be alright. I'm a pretty quick grinder. I might not be able to save any of the blocks, but I'm a pretty quick grinder. I would like to find some good mods that... Ooh, okay, I may have to check on that. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. So, hey, found more credits. It's a crazy mod. Okay, Aw Scrap to me is a crazy mod. Oh, it's a mod pack. Okay. And back to base we go. I will have to look into that and see what all they have in it. I may not use like all of the mods from the pack, but you know, I'm always looking for mods to make the experience more interesting. Tomorrow I've actually got to try to pull the mod list from the long play series because I actually had somebody comment that they wanted to know what all I had on that one, and it's a ton of mods. Like the long play let's play, it seems very calm right now, but it's only because for whatever reason, Assert and Parallax are not anywhere near me. Uh, but if you watched I think it was episode 1 of the remake episode 1, I got chased halfway across the planet by Parallax or Encon, one of the two. Like the freaking drone just would not leave me alone. Well, that's part of the reason that I play these is like when it comes to games like this and like Minecraft and Ark and whatnot, like I have total respect for these folks who go and they build awesome things, you know, in creative because they have the mind to see a castle and make it look good and whatnot. But for me, I don't get any enjoyment out of it if I didn't have to put in the work to get everything to get there. So like I enjoy going and gathering the materials. I enjoy making the complex machines. I enjoy engineering solutions and still getting to build and make it look cool at the same time. Like and so it got even worse a couple of years ago. Like I started looking for ways to really push my mind like, okay, I've got to coordinate, you know, food, water, sleep. I've got to make sure that my power, like, I don't have jetpack right now. Y'all have seen that. The only thing I have for the jetpack is the ability to look under blocks, and that's not going to cut it. You know, you've got to really stop and think. I'm going to take. I'm trying to think what's the best thing to take with me to try to sell to get more credits so I can buy a bunch of tubes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these. I'm going to go put them in the cab so that I can carry more than just a few. Because we're not going to be using the... I've got the blocks that I need for those. We'll pick up more easily along the way. Okay, so I'm capped out. The cab is capped out. There's no place else to currently store anything. All right, let's run with it. Uh, so turn off the auto lock, switch the lock. Extended survival has a custom robot. Oh! Oh! Extended exploration. It's like EEM. The abbreviation for it's like EEM. Because I have the it gives you like a white like buggy that's got like a little bit of stuff in it. You could technically turn into a starting base if you needed to. Like go look at what is it? Episode 3 or 4? No, kind of like it, but that's not it. Okay, well, it was worth a try. I thought I actually knew what it was for once. Boo. Okay. Uh-oh. We're going to find out if Draconics knows how to drive with a trailer. And the answer is that yes, I do, but this trailer is not going to act like a normal trailer. Not yet. Not till I get the back of it done. Oh. Come on, get in line. Ugh. I have given that... I've given those two rotors too much play. Okay, so... Let me stop for just a moment. And we're going to go to the main hitch front rotor, main hitch back rotor. And... let's give it negative 45 and 45. Between the two, they'll get 90. Okay, so the... ooh, whoa. Oh, I see something else that's not set up right. There should be, yep, those two right there. Sure, inertia tensor. Negative 15 to positive 15, because I can't guarantee I did that on both rotors. And rear rotor, front rotor, shear inertia. The hinges, yeah, they need shear inertia. Right there when I jumped, which part of it are you talking about? So like right now, the fact that it's waving back and forth, that's going to be because it's not complete. If I had all four hips in, it would be staying in line. That and it's not turning. I mean, oh, do I need to recompile whips? I think the other problem we're dealing with at the moment is that those tires are not complete too. Did I get the wheels oh, I think I got the freaking wheels reversed. I think the other, yeah. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to, I can't easily tell at the moment because I haven't finished naming everything. Okay, we need to turn towards the trade center before we do anything else because I know we're going to be kind of slowly making our way there while we're making adjustments. Ooh, well, that was something I hadn't counted on, and we'll probably need to make it. You know what? This actually was probably a really good idea to go run and buy some more large steel tubes because it's giving me a chance to stop and kind of, I think I may actually have the friction turned up a little too high. Let's go into the tracks. What do we have there? You know what? I'm going to move the tracks to negative 15, positive 15. Maybe we need to do that across the whole buggy. And let's cut the friction back to 50%. Okay, so there was a issue in the hinge right there. The hinge didn't hold up the way it was supposed to. It lifted the front of that cart off the ground. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I may need to extend that one up. Okay, we'll get all the wheels and cut the friction back to 50. No, they're not. I'm thinking I actually got my suspensions reversed. But there's only one tire turning at the moment, so I'm just kind of letting it kind of abuse test the whole system. Okay, cutting the friction back has stopped it from rocking so bad. Yeah, we're still going to have issues with it, that back part. Gino, how you doing, buddy? You're going to wish me happy birthday every time you see me, aren't you? Some of this test I can't rely on until we actually have the second platform complete and all the tires filled in. Like that's going to be a major. Well, I see, I can't tell which one it is. I guess I could get out and run back there and use a build vision to temporarily turn it and confirm if that's what I did or not. So let me stop it. Let me hop out. No, that's definitely right hand side. right hand side. I guess invert steering for the moment. Actually, you know what? Instead of inverting steering, I'm just going to turn steering off. And I'm going to turn steering off on this guy. No, and I started to turn it on to correct the steering issue and then realized that maybe if I don't have it steering, it will start falling in line and following. I'm wondering if that's part of it, is the fact that... Let's see how it does. Nope. Now that... Okay, so the next thing I need to see is... Ooh. I could try turning those rotors on. No, because if I do that, then they're not going to free move. Now I could do that. Lock the rear. Okay. Main hinge, rear rotor. We can try locking it at 0 and 0. It'll lock in when it passes through it, but if I do that, I need to go back to the front rotor and return it back to negative 90 and 90. Okay, so now up. Look at that. Good call. Good call, Gino. That looks like it fixed it. I was giving it too much play. I should have known. We're probably going to stop by over there, and I'm going to grab that plane and drag it back. I want to get better with drones. Like, I am not satisfied with my abilities with drones right now. Now she seems to be holding up a lot better now. I might try turning the steering back on once I get the all the tires filled in, but not yet. Not until... I think she's doing a lot better now. Just doing some kind of crazy turning just to see how it does. Ooh. Nice. Once we get heavier, she won't go airborne so easily. All right. Cell. Detector components. All cell. Nice. Radio components. All cell. Nice. Gotcha. It's definitely worth that. Definitely worth looking into. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go deposit these credits. 2924. 2924. Deposit. Excellent. Oh. Large steel tubes. Okay. Boy, that's not a good sign. Okay, I'm gonna go sell the rest of these and grab what I can. You know, if I only knew which grids these were. These are all grids that I've taken over. And I don't know which ones are which. I need to start naming them so that I can sell them. If I don't want them, at least I can make money off of it. Don't think I have any explosives or Gatling ammo. Not giving up large steel tubes if you paid me. Might have some of these. I'll have to try to remember. Okay, so detector components, all sell. All sell. Buy large steel tubes. Nope, can't go that high. Buy. Oh. Do a stream and play around with fleet command scripts and auto miner drones and auto repair drones. Who needs factory? Yeah. So I haven't been streaming it, but my group, Mine of Vikings group, we have a space engineer server that we play on, and we do play with the auto miner drones using the PAM script. I tried to get into using the sensor based one, like the fleet command sensor one, and I got it to run for like 10 seconds, and then like I logged off and came back, and it was just utter chaos, and half the drones were dead. It pissed me off, so I quit trying. But we use the PAM one frequently. Nah, nah. I get it. It's tempting to do it that way, but that's like I don't use the spectator cam except to take screenshots. Okay, so let's head for the plane. We may try to drag it up on the bed of the back one and take it with us. Because there's just so much on it that there's no sense in trying to break it down for parts right where I'm at. Okay, cool. I'm going to have to look up the fleet command one because you're not the first person to mention it to me. Okay, so what's going on? Did I lock the back freaking rotors? Or did I just limit them that hard? Oh, now they're responding. A little too much, but I can still fix that. I feel like that they're going outside of the 15 degrees. I was slowly getting off track. I was so busy paying attention to how it was driving, I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. All right. Got about 50 minutes left on tonight's stream. Ooh, and it is thundering outside. Yep, there goes a tree. But it was already dead. Okay. So what I need to do, I feel like it will probably be easier. There's a large tube. It has like a wheel. It is not set up like that. Like I'm going to probably extend back here and try to like lower this down somehow and drag it on. It's got a large... Oh, that's right. I saw that when I was here the other day. It's got two of them, I think. No, that's just one. I was about to freak the heck out. I mean, I could try to lift it off the ground and pop a wheel there. Yeah, I see it over here kind of creep crawling away. Let me see if I can get... Okay, I need a computer, 2 motors, 4 small steel tubes. I can try to get some of that from back here. It's not going to get very far. I know. I think it's kind of funny that it's doing it, but need a computer. It's got more hydrogen engines in it. Motor. None of that stuff's going to have a computer. What about this weapon? Autocannon's got it. Ooh. That'll work right there. Ah, God, I do that every freaking time. It's starting to pick up a little bit of momentum over there, isn't it? All right, look here, you. I don't know what the basis for your braking part is. Oh God, no, 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 no. I feel like I'm not getting enough turn. Hmm. That's gonna make life a little more interesting. Because I really don't want to have to sit here and end of it, not out here. I want to take it back to the base and clean up the ownership issues. Yeah, that's what I'm beginning to realize. Oh, and I didn't bring any fluids with me. That's going to make for a problem. Okay, so it's an off-road 3x3 left. And 8 is left. Off-road 3x3 left. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do. I was just trying to get it to tow down. The bad side of that. Oh shit! Okay, I can get in. Oh, we've lost the subgrid. Okay. So it's not impossible to deal with. I have a steel tube right here. Display and two computers. That could get a little more tricky. All right. That's intact, so I only lost half of the hinge. The biggest problem that we've got is I'm starting to run low on fluids. That is like the worst part of this, is I do not want to have to run 4 clicks from the base to here. All right. Nope. Well, part of the reason I didn't is because of this plan right here, where I intentionally went over the height of the batteries until I can get things a little better laid out. Okay, so I think I could attempt. Nope. If I try to turn that, it's going to hit the cab. So it's going to have to be a piston. And I don't think that'll be enough. I'm contemplating everything before I make an action, because this has the potential to get a lot worse if I'm not careful. Okay, that's funny. I'm not moving my mouse. I'm not touching the scroll wheel or anything. Who here also finds that funny? Okay. So if I were to take... I may lose the hinge and whatnot in it, but if I were to take... of course... No! God blast it every effing time. Okay. Come on, baby. Actually, ooh, glad I figured it out while I had that off. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's going to be so close. If we hadn't gotten hung up over here. Man. Have I deployed that piston yet? No. I don't think it's going to be enough at that angle. And the other problem we have is being tied up here at the moment. Okay, it's on. Turn off the hinge lock. More trying to do this to untangle them. Yeah, that's a bad sign. Okay. I could try. Yeah, let's see what happens when we... Come on, baby. You know you can do it. I need this other chunk off of me. Um... Yeah. Yeah, I'm hooked over there on that side. That's why I was trying to turn this to see if it would... Oh, now I might... Okay. Uh... Okay, why are you... Why are you trying to turn? Okay. Okay. And I'm about to die. So if I attempt to do that same maneuver again, I'm going to end up rolling over on the plane. I might get lucky and miss it. I doubt it. Ooh, okay. Stand by. Shit. I got no other. Okay, so we're gonna. If I got, these are all parts I can afford to lose. Okay.
Your health is low.
Bugger all.
Health critical.
Yeah, just go ahead and finish me off and be done with it. All right. Oh. It is 10:40. It is probably going to take 5 to 10 minutes just to run back over there. Yeah, I was gonna take and bring. I actually was thinking, oh, I can't drag them bows because they were too heavy to do that with. I guess I could just drag one. The stuff for a couple of weld pads. Here's what I'm tempted to do. I am tempted to call it a night here and save, but not touch it until our stream tomorrow, because that's what we're supposed to be streaming tomorrow from 12 to 4. And I will I don't have stuff here to make wheels. I could try to get a vehicle airborne. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I'll take enough components to fix the programming block so that we can get the subgrid script back online. A couple of pads to weld things together, maybe a gyro. I will seriously consider it, Gino. I'm actually gonna think about it a little bit. Yeah, that's what kind of where I'm at. It's like if I've rested and I've had a chance to think about things a little bit, and then because I'm going to have to sit here and eat and drink up to get fluids and food back under control before I go anywhere. Um, I'll go sleep tonight, handle things in the morning, and then meet up with everybody here at 12 o'clock noon tomorrow. Um, we might try basically what I would call the mousetrap routine, which is kind of what you're talking about doing, about yeeting it with the one hinge. Uh, there's probably going to be damage from it, but we will see. We will see. It will be at noon Eastern Standard Time. 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time until 4 o'clock p.m. So we're going to save it. I'm gonna go get some rest. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out tonight. Um, I think all of you are already either followers or subscribers, whatever the term is. If you get a chance to throw some likes on the videos, that would be great because it helps. I don't understand how all of it works yet, but we know every YouTuber has the usual, thing. I'm trying not to get to where I'm saying that, but I do want to see this channel grow. Uh, I really want to I want to turn this into something, and whether or not I'm able to do that is going to be partially based on people being interested in seeing what I'm doing. So I'm really thankful that you all hung out with me tonight and saw it through. Um, and we will pick it back up tomorrow and the see if we can undo the clang. I don't know how else to say it. I think that altar is going to have to be a thing wherever we go. All right, everybody. Rest well when you rest. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy.